World of Tanks replay. My name as always is Maxwell, and this replay is mine. That's right, it's one of mine. I've been playing a bit more World of Tanks recently, so I thought I would bring you a replay of mine instead of this week in World of Tanks. Unfortunately, as you probably guessed now, there will be no this week in World of Tanks this week, but it will make a comeback in the following week. So the next episode of this week in World of Tanks will be next week. So this is just a quick replay from the Tiger 2. Tiger 2 is probably one of the... in fact, I think it was the first Tier 8 tank that I bought way back when, not long after the game came out of beta, so it's probably one of my oldest tanks and one of my favourite tanks. If you noticed there, just saw that tree fell in the distance, and so knew that somebody would be popping the head out, and there we are. The T-44 makes an appearance and then gets shot in the face. I was going to fall back and take some cover there, but then I realised that my allies back on A3 would easily be able to take out anybody who lingers on the hill for too long, so there was actually no reason whatsoever for me to need to fall back there. As you can see, the three of them easily taking out that KV-1S between them. So that T-44 has just been flanking around. I'm just going to have a stop and aim at him just in case he decided to crest that hill there and have a pot shot at me. But he decided just to carry on and duke it out with that other heavy tank. So I decide to push forward. As you may have seen, there is no artillery in this game, so I'm fairly safe just to push on forward. Again, I just had a little bit of indecision there. I didn't know whether to fall back and come at the town from the north, but decided that I was going to try and loop around instead, come around the town from the enemy's side instead of just from the north. Spot out this T-32, not sure who he's looking at, but I've just seen him have a shot there, so I'm pretty safe just to come out and have a shot at him. Now I'm not moving back into cover because he's going to have to crest that hill and get level before he can fire his gun, in which time my gun is probably going to have reloaded. There we go, my gun reloaded, and I managed to get a shot and then back into safety, although not sure if he's looking at me or looking into the village. I'm fairly confident that he's looking at that other heavy tank that's coming up behind me, so I'm just going to be able to have another shot at him as he falls back and decide that with only 101 hit points, even if he gets a shot at me, I should be able to take him out. But no, he gets taken out by one of our allies, taken out by that FCM 50-ton. So just going to push on forwards here and see if I can find any stragglers in the bushes hiding here, because a lot of people, what they like to do is when they spawn, they like to just reverse into those bushes there and then cover the village, and then if anybody comes out of that little town in the centre there after winning that fight, then they can just snipe them off fairly easily. Spot out those guys over there, but there's no way I'm going to be able to get them because of the land depression, although this Tiger, totally looking in the wrong direction, takes a shot in the face for his trouble. So I'm just going to move up between gun reloads. So while the gun's reloading, I'm just going to advance on him. When the gun gets close to being reloaded, just stop, take some time to aim and have a shot. So I just wiggled myself ever so slightly to the left there, so the damage was taken on the track rather than any hit points. Luckily again, he decided to have a shot at my other track, so I'm just going to do a little bit of a wiggle in front of him, and he's managed to hit the gun rather than the turret, get a penetrating hit on the turret. So what that does is when you're doing a little wiggle like that, it just increases the chance of them getting a glancing blow on the front plate of your armour, and if they are worried about getting a glancing blow, 9 times out of 10 they'll shoot at your turret instead, which is normally much better armoured. So just use the repair kit to fix the gun there, because I'm not wanting, because the Tiger 2's gun's very, very accurate. It's great over long distances, so I'm just wanting to have every advantage possible if I manage to get a shot at this KV-1 from distance. Just going to see if I can hit that M4, but no, he gets taken out, and this KV-4 looks like he is hiding behind buildings and well sheltered by that small brick wall, unfortunately. Although he's having a good go at that FCM there. I think the FCM realises that he's not going to be able to duel too effectively with the KV-4 and just decides to take some cover there rather than go front on. I have a shot on the move and miss totally like an idiot, so I'm just going to sit here, let my gun aim a bit and try and get a shot on his side armour. And there we go, good hit on his side armour. So as he's reversing, I'm just going to try and pull behind this house so that he can't get another shot at me. Tiger P comes in for some ramming damage, and I'm able to finish him off. Only 45 points of damage though, so not particularly great. Now at this point, for some reason, I thought we were miles ahead and this game was all sewn up, but as you can see, with a score of 11 to 10, it's actually a fairly even game, and it looks like most of the enemy is actually in on our base, so this may not be the foregone conclusion that I thought it was going to be. Again, a little bit more of indecision there, couldn't decide whether to take one route or the other, decided to sweep down into the valley. As you see, we have 3 heavy tanks and a tank destroyer already up on the ridge, so there's no need to put an extra heavy tank up there, so I'm just going to try and come at the enemy from a different angle. If all of us were up on that hill, then they would easily be able to just take cover behind some buildings, excuse me, they would easily be able to just take cover behind some buildings and make it impossible for us to hit them. So looks like I've got a shot on this Type 59. I'm just going to take my time, not panic, and able to get a good hit on him and get the base capture down to 25%. Just going to move in and try and get another hit on this guy, but he gets taken out, so there's just the, I think, there we go, it was a T69, but he's decided to abandon the base capture as he knows that he can be spotted from 2 different angles. He can be seen from the hill, and he can be seen by myself from the flank here. So just going to come around behind this KV3 and try and catch him with his pants down. Get a good hit on his rear there, and then just reverse and try and minimise the damage he's able to do to me, because even though I'm a tier ahead of him, the KV3 is a bit of an animal. Although my main gun being taken out there, and I'd already used the repair kit earlier to repair the gun, so just going to put some distance between us and hope that my gun comes back in time. There we go. Able to get a good hit on him, so just going to come in and try and minimise the damage I take by making it so that he hits my turret, which is exactly what he does. So I just reverse out, aim at his rear, and get a good hit there. So all they have left is this T69 and a T44, so I'm going to be able to get a good hit on this T69 here and take him out. So the T40, sorry, it was T43, not T44. So the T43 up on the hill there, taking out the tracks. You may have noticed that I've taken a hell of a lot of critical hits, but haven't actually taken any damage yet, which is the power of the Tiger II. If you're able to angle it well, then you are able to soak up a hell of a lot of damage. So decide now that we've got a... is that a Tiger? Just have to double check. Yeah, we've got a Tiger P and a Churchill 7 defending the base from the Type T50... sorry, the T43. So I decide that the best course of action is probably to go and maybe start a base capture on their base, because that T43 can just give us the run around and drag the game out to a draw if he really wants, which is what I say there. I'm just going to go and cap. But luckily for us, the T43 isn't one of those people who likes to drag a game out and go for the draw, as he comes steaming down the mountain there to try and get in on us. Got a good hit on him. Unfortunately, I present the full side armour and take a little bit of damage. And yet another critical hit on the ammo rack there, so my reload time is going to be horrendous. Little bug with the replay there, my gun's not actually reloaded at this point. That's when the gun reloaded. So that is the power of the Tiger II when you know how to angle it correctly. So thanks very much for watching, guys. If you want to stick around for the end plates, there will be some at the end. I know some of you guys like to look at that kind of thing. So thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.